Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sachita, and if you're new here, I post daily content on makeup, skincare, hair care, and just beauty in general. And I'm not a professional whatsoever, but rather just sharing tips on how I recovered or experienced certain things. So today's video, I want to talk about how I deal with breakouts, pimples, hormonal acne in general, and just some of the products that have really helped me clear up my skin, but also keep that as a preventive measure for the long term. So let's jump right in. The first thing that I want to talk about is preventive measures, or in other words, like what you should be doing on a daily basis to kind of keep those breakouts to a minimum. But breakouts and acne and pimples are completely normal. You should not feel insecure about them or, kind of worry that you have them. It's completely normal. Everyone has it. And I totally respect people who, have it in more varying degrees than I do. And if you have any other suggestions or tips yourself, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. Again, not an expert, just sharing how I have dealt with that situation. So a little bit of background is that I have sensitive skin, and I used to have extremely sensitive skin, and I used to be really sensitive to the sun. So any type of heat contact, I would just break out in rashes or just have really severe irritating skin. And sometimes that would mean I would have really dry skin or really oily skin. And as I got older, I learned to control it a little bit more, but then I started facing with more teen acne issues as well. And kind of like sensitive skin and acne together is, like a tough spot to deal with itself. I also went to a dermatologist when I was younger, and he wasn't sure if I had eczema for sure, but there were signs of dry skin, irritated skin, sensitivity, and he thought it might be eczema. So I used to wear creams that were like by Aveeno that were eczema lotions. But now over the years, I have built tolerance to my skin barrier. I feel like I can use certain ingredients with a safe measure, and it still does, give me those benefits, but at the same time doesn't irritate my sensitive skin. So the first preventive measure that I use is the Biossance lactic acid serum. It's been my holy grail product recently. I just discovered it like 3 months ago, and I've been using it every night or on alternative nights depending on what other products I'm using it with. And I feel like this lactic acid serum really does help me give that glow and really smooths out my texture. So for example, I would include it in my nighttime routine, and it would be the second last step right before moisturizer. And the next morning I have this beautiful glow on my face, and I feel like my skin is super like baby soft, which I never thought I could receive with a simple one bottle cream. The texture of the serum is also super lightweight, but it has kind of like that creamy moisturizing texture. So it's really helpful to give that extra hydration, and it doesn't really give any sort of like tingly, like irritating feel, but you do know it's working because you get those results the next morning. And what I really like about this serum is that it has 10% vegan lactic acid, and I'm not too sure about like natural ingredients or like vegan products, but I do appreciate when brands come out with cruelty-free ingredients. And yeah, like the product suggests, it exfoliates your skin overnight. So when we talk about chemical exfoliation, it's it sounds scary, but it's truly the most gentle way to exfoliate your skin cells and kind of rebuild your skin cells turnover. Using the serum on a daily night basis did seem scary to me in the beginning, but then I slowly started getting used to it, and I was like, oh wait, this is not even that bad. It kind of seems intimidating at first, but it truly does help my skin. And the next product that I want to talk about is the Retinol Serum 2.5% by Naturium. And this again is a sort of like a skin chemical exfoliation serum, and it really does smooth out my skin texture as well. And the reason why I said I would use the Biossance on alternate nights sometimes is if I'm including the retinol in my daily night routine. So one night I would do the retinol serum, and the other night I would do the Biossance serum. And I've slowly built tolerance to it, so I didn't obviously first thing like start using all these products together, but rather kind of you know, spaced it out and started adding more and more, and now my skin is totally okay with me using the retinol one night and then the Biossance the other night. And the thing I like about this serum is that it's not irritating at all. Like, I did feel intimidated by retinol in general, but since it is plant derived, I thought, okay, so if it's not as irritating or as like scary, I was like, okay, maybe it's not as effective. But I was wrong. So it's still as effective to me as using another retinol that I've used in the past. I feel like, I don't know the comparisons between like maybe super high power retinols, but I do believe that this does keep your skin like nice and exfoliated, so you don't have those pimples or breakouts from buildup of clogged pores or oil and dirt. So the texture of this product is, it's super smooth, lightweight, but also I feel that little grainy feeling when I do put it on my skin, but it's not abrasive or irritating to the skin at all, and it just soaks into my skin quickly, so that way I can layer up with my moisturizers if I wanted to add a face oil in the end. So those were two of my favorite serums to use as chemical exfoliators to kind of do preventive measures to help my clogged pores and breakouts as well. So another two products that I do like to use on a regular basis to again have it as a preventive measure to help with my breakouts is the Krave Beauty Kalalooyaha, which is the AHA toner, and it also has glycolic acid, which is what they call as AHA, and hyaluronic acid as well. And first of all, it's a gorgeous bottle. It's super appealing to the eye, but at the same time, it works amazing. You know, Krave Beauty's products in general are super gentle on the skin, so at first, like, I was never intimidated to use this product because I knew that they were meant to be used for my skin tone. So when I first got the Krave Beauty Kalalooya toner, I started using it at nighttime, just like maybe 1 to 3 times a week, and I really like the results I get with this. I feel like immediately my pores and are not as clogged anymore, and it kind of smooths out your texture again. And you can probably keep a tally count on how many times I say smooths out the texture, but truly all these ingredients together work like magic to give you that soft skin, and it does, I feel like, almost like melt away all my problems and all those blemishes. So how I like to use this toner is I take it onto a little cotton pad and I just wipe it all over my face very gently. And whenever I use this toner, I typically don't like to combine it with any other like harsh ingredients such as the retinol or even sometimes the Biossance lactic acid serum. Like, I try to space it out. I feel like that way I can give these individual products more time to work. A nighttime routine with the toner would look like adding niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, or even vitamin C at night. Another toner that you probably have heard people rave about is the Paula's Choice 2% BHA liquid exfoliant, and it's also a toner and it has salicylic acid, so this really does help with giving you that glowy skin and help with those clogged pores. And I only got a little trial size of this because they were sold out of the full size, but I can definitely say a little goes a long way. I usually just drop maybe like few drops onto a cotton pad and wipe it all over my face, and you instantly get this like glow to your face. It's really, you can't really like explain it, but I do get that glow, and I feel like the next morning my skin is, you know, again, smooth, soft, and evened out. Now that we've talked about some of the preventive measures that I take, such as the serums and the toners, I want to talk about how I deal with a breakout, because you know, no matter how much you try, I feel like you're always going to get a breakout, especially around your period time. That's when I mostly get my breakouts, and they're usually like around my nose or around my chin. And now with having to wear masks all the time, I sometimes do get it on my cheeks. As you can see, I'm recovering from a breakout right here. So the first thing I do is I do like to use the Clinique Acne Solutions Clinical Clearing Gel. It has salicylic acid, and see, I have this super tiny bottle. I got this as a sample a pretty long time ago, and I still have not ran out of it. So I like to squeeze out like a small little pump of this Clinique gel, and I just place it right on top of where my breakout is, and I try to keep it super sanitary, so I'm not using my fingers directly on it, but rather a Q-tip. So as soon as I apply this gel onto the spot, I get this immediate like tingly feeling, and some of them sting a little, not like that burning sensation where you're like you gotta take it off, but rather the salicylic acid is powerful and strong in this little magical bottle, so you want to let it sit and soak into your skin. And when I'm using this gel, I like to keep that spot like product free, so I'm not layering it with my moisturizers or other serums, because I want this product to solely, is that a word? Solely go in and work its magic. And I like to use this gel overnight, so I would just wear it right before going to bed, and then in the morning it's like dried up a little bit, and then I can wash it off no problem. And I wouldn't say that this immediately like, okay, your breakouts are disappeared, but rather it does help to minimize the pain that some of those like bad acnes cause, especially if they're hormonal. Another product that I like to use when it comes to dealing with a breakout are these patches from Hero Cosmetics. So as you can see, I have a bunch. So I recently just got a hold of these, and I've tried other patches as well, and I feel like they do all work really well. I've tried the Zitstica one and another one from like Nextcare, I believe. It's like the Band-Aid brand. And I feel like the Hero Cosmetics one is like, in my opinion, really affordable, but also works really well. And like many of the patches, they are very invisible. Like you can put it on and you won't even remember that they're on there. So when I have a breakout and it's not, you know, fully popped through, like you can't see the sebum or, you know, like the pus that's coming out of it. So I like to go in with the Mighty Patch Micro Point for blemishes. So this is the like little sticker that has, you know, those darts, like pointy things in there. And I like to press it on to the spot and leave it overnight again, and typically helps to penetrate into the skin and kind of calm that irritation down a little bit more. And once I do start to see that, you know, the sebum coming to the surface of the skin, I like to go in with either their Mighty Patch, the original, or the Invisible Plus one, and just pop it right over the pimple, leave it to be, and you know, that way it really does help me not to pick at the spot, because I'm not always like, oh, is it ready to pop or anything like that. And it also helps the pimple or breakout to heal. And then lastly, once I have, you know, crossed all the stages of, okay, now the blemish is now appeared in the surface, now it's all, the patch sucks out all the gunk, I'm gonna go in with the Mighty Patch Micro Point for dark spots, and that does help minimize that hyperpigmentation you get from a post scar, like I have right here. Alright, so those are the products that I use to help prevent my breakouts and also help heal my hormonal acne breakouts or just any occasional pimples from maskne, etc. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or other tips, please do share them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye! I just like to pump out like a smidge, like a droplet. Okay, I just dropped that.